Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number SP1055-626. This is a decorative through bolt. So when you are installing Rockwood push and pull hardware, their RM series in particular, large poles, push bars, items of that nature, you need to mount that to the door somehow, and there's lots of different ways to mount it, both surface mounted, concealed, through bolting. Well, if you're going to through bolt it, which is always a great idea, you have a couple of options. You have the decorative style, which is the SP1055, which will give you a piece of architectural metal, in this case brass, with a finish on it. This is 626, so it's going to be a piece of solid brass with a satin chrome plating over it, and it is used, and this would be a type 12 HD mount, by the way, type 12 HD versus a type 1 HD. A 1 is just a flathead machine bolt through the door with a countersunk washer. They work great. That's the one that's most common, but they're really not as good looking as a type 12 HD. Now you can do type 12, you can do type 12 HD, and then you can do type 12, it might be XHD, I forget. But there's 1/4 inch type 12, 5/16 type 12 HD, 3/8 type 12 XHD. I'm quite sure it's XHD. The heavier duty one's an SP1041, by the way. This length of this bolt is going to be specifically intended for an 1 3/4 thick door. Aluminum, wood, hollow metal, whatever. That means the bolt's going to be 2 1/4 overall length, so it can get into the handle by a 1/2 inch. That little dot that you see there, that's really for a spanner wrench. Any sort of tool that you can insert to turn that tight. You'll get it hand tight to a point, but you'll want to use a spanner wrench to get that a little bit further. And I believe Rockwood actually has a tool for that. I'm looking it up now, forgive me. They do. If you were to search our site for Rockwood spanner wrench, you'll find it. If you have a large job, you're going to want a spanner wrench for doing that. It will prevent you from damaging the door and the hardware as best as possible. Obviously, the SP1055 is going to be available in all of the same finishes as the pole hardware will be. Your brasses, your bronze, your chromes. There's a table down below that will allow you to review the SP1055 and its sister products. You need to be careful you're buying the right thread size, 1/4, 5/16, or 3/8. If you're replacing some material. If you're ordering material brand new, I would very much encourage you to not use the standard mounting if you have volume on the door, like the front of a restaurant, or especially a bar or a tavern or a nightclub. Go with the heaviest mount you can, because I can tell you the people that own the bar, the nightclubs, the taverns, they are constantly buying bolts. And they're constantly buying 1/4 20 bolts. You don't hear people buying the 3/8 bolts often. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Rockwood, this is their part number SP1055-626, and they're sold as each, by the way. It's likely you're going to need more than one. Or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.